Hi everyone, it's Paulo Haddad, and in this video, we're gonna look at model functionality. So how py-dss-toolkit allows us to change the model. So I now will create a new Python file, and I'm gonna call for, and I'll say model functions. Yes, I think that's great. So before I really start doing the script here with you guys, I really appreciate if you can subscribe to my channel. Just 40% of you are subscribed, so I would appreciate if you could do that now, and then we can go to the script. So thank you. Let's go to the script. Here I'm gonna get, guys, all those lines. Amazing. And now what I'm going to do is, again, that print, just so we can stop and you can see things happening. Right click and debug. All right. Okay, we are here now. With that said, we can do DSS tools and then dot model, and then let's explore a little bit things. So I would start by saying we're going to explore the methods, but for you to see how it impacts the model, I will start by looking at what are the meters data frame. So when I do it, there's none, right? There's no meter into my system. So here I'm gonna, meter, so you can look at later. df is gonna be something that doesn't have anything, it's just empty. Okay, amazing. Now if I come here and say model dot, and then I say add line in view source, and then this method, if I use Control P, tells me its properties, and I can add a meter when I add a line. So, and I'm gonna explain what I have this method in particular. So I would say true. So one thing we see in OpenDSS is that we need to have one energy meter at the feeder head to be able to plot the profile, the voltage profile. I'm gonna talk about voltage profile later in this tutorial. But sometimes, we had issues in placing the energy meter because you need to go in your model to find it and to place the energy meter and then be able to plot their profile. So this method essentially gets your, your source, your circuit element, then it's a V source. Whatever's connected to it, we're gonna break it and we're gonna place a very small line there. Very small, very small. So now I have a circuit and a line, and then I have everything that was connected directly to the circuit element. But then with that line, now I'm sure if I add a meter, energy meter there, is gonna watch everything downstream, right? So with that, when I run this, I just changed the model. I added a new line and also a meter. So let me kind of get this guy here for you. This is a method. I don't need to save in a variable. So just run it. You see there's no something equals it because this is a method. But now look at this. If I go DSS tools and ask model and ask, let's say, meters, right? Data frame. Now I have one element that I added. Okay. All right, so it's pretty nice that I have an element. So meters new df. And now I also can look at, let's say here, instead of meters, let's see lines. Okay. And then data frame. Now probably it's gonna be in the end of the data frame. You see here, feeder head. This is the line I added. Okay. And then you can see in the data frame as well. So this is a data frame that has the that new line in there. So in that case, I'm gonna call lines new data frame. Okay, very, very nice. What else we can do here? if you look at the, I use this add line in vSource, but I can add just another element, right? I can come here and then, Control P. I need to give what is the element class. So I'm gonna add a line, I can say that. And then P, what is the element name? I can say maybe line test, right? And then what else? And then I can give a dictionary of properties. So let me actually show you one example here. So I'm not really adding a line in this example. I'm adding a load, but you're gonna see my point here. So here's how we do that. I wanna load a load, then my load, and then I have a dict with the properties of OpenDSS. So you need to make sure phases exists in OpenDSS, and then you want a tree. Buzz1 is gonna be 1, KV is gonna be 416, KW is gonna be 100. So those are properties of OpenDSS. So internally in the code, I'm creating that, right? So you can do that using the toolkit. Now, if I come here and then go evaluate expression, DSS tools, and then I do model, and then I do loads data frame, and I look at this guy, at the end of the, you're gonna be my load here, right? You see? Amazing, amazing. So one thing you can do is add elements. You also can edit. So here, edit element. So this is a method that you can select the element and edit. So I guess in this case, what I'm gonna do, since I have this here, let me place here. Maybe I'll call this tree. I will, instead of add, I will edit. Okay. Yes. Let me delete this. I'm gonna edit load, my load, and then what I need to edit here. Let me just make sure it's also dictionary. So instead of buzz1, let me delete this. Let's just change one, okay? I'm gonna do buzz10, okay? All right, so I can run it. And then if I ask for this data frame and go there, instead of buzz1, now it's buzz10, right? I'm editing the element. Another thing you can do is to use the bat edit. So let me get that for you here. So let me place this guy here for you. So let's say you have your load data frame, right? That we just got here, but I'm getting here again. Okay, and then I'm going to disable all my elements. So this pretty much runs a bat edit command. So let me show you in more detail. So here you can go, and then you say here model, and then you have the disable elements. So you're gonna say, hey, I don't want to have my loads in the model, because maybe I'm doing a short circuit analysis. So you're going to disable all of them. Behind the scenes, what's happening, we are running the batch edit that we also provide that to you here. So this is one of the methods we have. So let me run that for you. So let's stop here, and you understand what I'm trying to do here. Okay, I run until here. If you do loads data frame that I just create, you're gonna have all the loads, including my load, right? Now, if you run disable, we're gonna disable all the loads. And if you wanna run again, get the data frame again, you don't find anything there, right? Because we disabled them, okay? That's pretty good. Another thing that you can do, guys, let's say DSS tools model and then batch edit. So batch edit is really a method in OpenDSS, or a function OpenDSS that allows you to change a property of one type of element to the same value. One thing we usually do is to set the same load profile, load shape to all the loads, right? So then we don't need to go individually in each load and then change it, but we could use the batch edit, and here I have for you, so you could, change for loads, all the loads, right? What is the property? The property is daily, and then what you're gonna do, the value, I would say the default value of OpenDSS. So OpenDSS has a curve that you can provide that to it. Now when you do that, so again, if I now let me make, let's comment this and then run until here. You see the effect of that. If I look at tools, loads df, where's my loads here? All right, if you see daily, there's nothing here, right? Now, when I do it, I run this command, and then now I ask again. I need to ask again because if I don't ask again, it's not gonna update it, right? So maybe I'll say here new, and then let me run again. And then now if I do loads new, you're gonna see that daily now has a property, right? Okay, so what else I have? Let me just grab here really quickly 2 more things, which is check if one element is in the model. So here is one case. I get is element L one, this is the variable that's gonna be true or false. I'm asking, and this model is element in model, pretty much with type of element, line, what is the name of the element, right? So when I run that, it's gonna provide true if it's in the model, false if it's not. And another thing I can ask, the data from a single element. So you saw that we can ask for the data frame, but maybe you just want a one element. So when we run this is going to provide true, is part of the model, right? And then this guy here, it's I think a series, Panda series is actually a data frame. Okay, so it's a data frame which has a property and the value really similar to the form edit that I showed you before. All right, I think that was everything I want to show you guys. Again, we don't have everything in the tool that you might be asking for. Let me know. Use the section below in the comments. Put your thoughts. What would you like to see? And then we can work together. Another thing, don't forget to subscribe and leave the thumbs up, right? And hope you're enjoying this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video.